Hi, I'm Delia.
Hi, I'm Zarie. Hi, I'm Juju. We're the cool kids. Today we're going to be talking about whooping cough and how it spread.
The dawn of the whooping cough. The year was 1578, and deep in the crowded streets of Paris, an unusual illness began to spread. It started off as a simple cough, an annoyance that parents dismissed as the cold season began. But soon, the coughing became violent, deep, gasping fits that left victims breathless. Their faces were turning blue. The afflicted were mostly children, struggling for air, their lungs rattled with each wheezing breath. Though no one knew then, the culprit was Bordetella pertussis, a bacterium that had likely began circulating for centuries before it was first documented. Some people believe that patient zero was probably a child from a poor district, weakened by malnutrition and vulnerable to infection. But then again, back then most people blamed poor people of infection and pandemics. From that single case, the disease crept outward, jumping from child to child, sweeping through families, and eventually engulfing the entire city of Paris. As the sickness spread, doctors could do little but watch in horror and confusion. Some bled their patients because they used to believe that bleeding their patients would balance their humors. Some also made potions of herbs and honey, but none of them worked. The whooping cough sound, like a desperate gasp between violent coughs, became a sound of death. By the time the disease was properly identified in the 20th century, it had claimed so many lives. But finally, their hope arrived in the 1940s, when they finally developed a vaccine, getting humanity the upper hand against the illness that had once struck fear into the hearts of parents worldwide. And today, many people still know of the whooping cough and use the vaccine against it. Hey Zarie, what are the medical effects of the whooping cough?
Good question. The bacteria that cause whooping cough spread easily from person to person through the air. It can affect breathing, eating, and sleeping. The infection can even lead to cracked ribs and hospitalization. According to Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, when a person with whooping cough sneezes or coughs, they release small particles with the bacteria in them. Other people can then breathe in the bacteria, which means this can spread when someone sneezes or coughs, because the germs are going to a different person. How did people think whooping cough spread? According to PubMed Central, they said people likely attributed whooping cough or pertussis to various causes, including supernatural forces, bad air, or imbalances in the body humors, which means back then people didn't have a lot of scientific research.
What were the social effects of the whooping cough? Well, there was many social effects of the whooping cough that still impact us today. People lost their jobs, school, sleep, and many young kids died. According to Oxford Academy, the whooping cough caused 20%/60% of kids to lose school days. Today's kids are required to get whooping cough vaccines to be in school. According to Scripps News, health officials have been seeing a rise of whooping cough, which usually starts with an intense coughing. Doctors and officials usually blame outbreaks on lack of vaccinations at school. People are required to get the vaccination.
From the whooping cough, we learned that it's important to get your vaccines, do your research, and don't just blame poor people, but provide supports for all the community so we can avoid epidemics completely.